Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery, ATA 2023 in Indianapolis. I'm here at the Grim Reaper Broadheads booth with owner Jay Lichty, national sales manager Matt Bateman. And Matt, we'll start with you. First off, let's talk about Grim Reapers, made in America.
Yeah, so one of the things we're most proud of as a company is that we're 100% made in the USA. Literally one of the only companies left that's 100% independently owned, under original ownership, made in America, and not just in America, but in our own machine shop in-house in Utah. So it gives us just the ability to be completely hands-on with the quality and the design and development of our products, and be able to continually improve and evolve and make our products better continually. So just, we're proud of that. We're proud to call ourselves Made in America and a unique company in this industry anymore. So.
Awesome. First up, as you were talking about, you have the ability to modify your products, tweak them, make them better from year to year. And so in that line, tell us about this one.
Yeah, so this is our MiniMag Broadhead. We don't have any brand new broadheads this year, but like I said, we're constantly improving, evolving. If we see the need or opportunity to make something a little better, even though it's already a great product, we can do it. And we can do it right now. We don't have to send it overseas and have something tweaked. And we can literally go down into our machine shop and say, hey, this is a great product, but look, we can make it better. So case in point, the MiniMag 100-grain broadhead, been a phenomenal head for us. New a few years ago, one of my personal favorites. And looking at it in several years in field testing, it's been tremendous, but we saw the opportunity there to go ahead and even make it better. And so what we did on the MiniMag this year, the original 100-grain MiniMag had a beefier diameter steel tip and ferrule. And the collar back here that takes the impact of those four blades opening was machined down a little bit more, and with four slots in that collar could potentially flex on multiple use hits or in a target or on real hard hits. So, Jay and I talked about it. We saw an opportunity there to sleek that tip down, make it more streamlined, still maintain one of our extremely sharp pro tips, and transfer that weight back into the collar that takes that impact, making it even tougher, making it sustain a harder impact with no stretching and no potential damage on extreme hard hits, and sleek it up, make it super sleek and aerodynamic and shoot well, and also transfer more of that weight back right on the end of your arrow like a field point is, so even improved accuracy and field point characteristics. So overall, just nothing major, but it allowed us to even make it better. It was a great product, been tremendous for us, and we've redesigned it and overhauled it, and these are actually shipping today. So
open those blades up.
Yeah, so this is a 4-blade, 1.25-inch cut MiniMag, 2.5 inches of total blade surface in that short, compact, tough design. It's a great head for pretty much any animal, most setups, whether you're hunting something big or whitetail or a little bit lower energy. It's a short, compact design, super accurate out to long range. As you can see, just looking at the head, got our proprietary pro tip, V-notch pro tip that's hand sharpened. That's something a lot of people don't know. We hand sharpen every one of our Pro Series tips in our machine shop after they're assembled. We also are the only company I know in the industry that upon assembly, our assemblers put every one of our mechanical broadheads on an arrow and function the blade. No other broadhead brand I know does that. So it's just another testament
100%.
to what we do as a company in-house, the pride and passions there. We want our customers to have a great experience. We take our quality control and our efforts in-house to a whole new level outside of what we feel a lot of people do, and we take great pride in that. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Swap places there with Jay. And Jay, you're going to tell us about some crossbow broadheads.
Correct. So there's all kinds of bow hunting that goes on, and we all love compound bows, but some people love crossbows as well. And Grim Reaper makes a full line of fixed blades that fly great at real high speeds. We have 2-blade, 3-blade, and even some
Show us this one.
4-blade.
That thing's nasty.
Yeah. So this one is kind of a sleeper for Grim Reaper, but a lot of the urban deer hunters that have to shoot deer in between houses and they can't go further than 40 yards, use this. It's
What's the name of it?
well, it hasn't been named officially yet, but we're going to call it the Devastator.
Okay.
But it's got 2-inch mechanical by 1.1/16 fixed, and that really sharp pro tip. And it's only available in a 125. If you want a 100 grain version, then you get a little smaller cut. But you can see how sharp our tips are. They just stick in like that. But as Matt mentioned, we can change the designs anytime we want. Like right over here, there's a laptop that has some new broadheads to be coming out in the future. And so that'd be real cool.
So talk about just briefly about what the differences are. So you're building broadheads, and some folks think, oh, well, I can just take any broadhead, put it on my crossbow bolts, you know, and shoot them, which in some cases you can, but in some cases you can't.
Right. Well, we've put in a rugged spring system in here that will keep closed out of.
It's that force coming out of the bow. That's where you have to deal with that.
Right. And if we put crossbow on it, it's good for the fastest crossbows out on the market. And we have a real extended tip in front so you don't get any kick out or deflection. And we have like the moderate cuts, big cuts, and
got something regardless of what you want. There's a broadhead option for you.
I can jump in. Another factor that a lot of people don't consider, you know, you're thinking crossbows, hey, I have a ton of energy, right? And so they instantly want to gravitate towards some giant broadhead. Well, that's great, but the bigger the broadhead, the more it is to build that integrity into it to hold up to those kind of speeds and energy. So that's why that particular big, large broadhead is in 125. It takes that extra additional weight on a broadhead from a broadhead manufacturing standpoint to make that broadhead not only functional and stay closed, but tough enough to hold up to what's required at, 400, 500 feet per second with a tremendous amount of kinetic energy. So there's a lot more that goes into it. A lot of people say, hey, we want to jump in and shoot your 100 grain whitetail special, 3-blade 2-inch. For one, it's hard to keep those long blades closed at those speeds. For two, at 100 grains, that huge of a head, it's hard to keep it durable enough to really hold together and do what it needs to do out of that much energy. So there's a couple factors. One, you got to keep the blades closed with that much acceleration, that much speed. But two, we want the broadheads, and some people don't care, but we want Grim Reaper broadheads to hold up to anything that's thrown at it out of these high energy crossbows. And so having that a little bit additional weight, or if it's going to be 100 grains, scaling the cut diameter down a little bit to maintain that integrity. Those are the things that really go into designing a crossbow specific broadhead that are important for someone to consider. And like Jay said, if it says crossbow on it, we've put it through those hoops. We've made sure it works out of all the crossbows out there, up to the R500, the Nitro 505, any of the fastest ones on the market. We've done that work. But outside of that, if it doesn't say crossbow on our line, we don't recommend it because all those other factors come into play. It may not stay closed. It may not have the durability it needs. So there's a lot that goes into a crossbow-specific model. We're not just relabeling the exact same broadhead like people do. We are actually designing and testing it out to work specifically with crossbows.
Right. As you can see back here, we have a very large selection of broadheads. So whether you hunt with a compound or a crossbow, hunt with the Grim Reaper and watch them drop.
There you go. I can't end it any better than that. Thanks, guys.